1991, Rodney King. 2006, Sean Bell. 2009, Oscar Grant. 2012, Trayvon Martin. 2020, Abari Ahmaud. We are looking at almost 30 years of police violence, killing, murder in cold blood of black unarmed people. I would like us to speak a little bit about the American justice system, or should I say, the American injustice system. You see, we have been speaking about systems, and we say that these are mechanisms of control. They govern, regulate, streamline, and control the way of life of the people. And every time you have a group of people living in a way of life, in a society, a setting, a community, an organization whose way of life is streamlined, controlled, governed, and regulated, that produces their culture. You see, what is happening in America today, it is not to be taken lightly by every black man and woman, grandmother, grandfather, young boy and young girl. Because what has happened to these people that I mentioned could happen to any person. You see, when these people are killed, and all these white officers that are perpetrators of this brutal police violence and this murder of unarmed people, when they go scot-free, they go without any charges pressed, and if their charges pressed, they are dropped and all these people are acquitted. The system is speaking to you, black woman. The system is speaking to you, black man. They are breaking the spirit of the black people. They're trying to crush the very fabric of your conscience. They're trying to use the culture of fear. You see, when we are looking at almost 30 years of brutal killings of unarmed people, in one case, they even pulled over the state attorney of one of the states in the US. They didn't even know that she was the state attorney. And the officer started babbling, we thought this, we thought this, we thought this. You see, the only crime that these people are killed of is being black. In one case, one person, I think is a health psychologist. He put his hands up and he clearly identified himself as unarmed and he was shot. We are looking at what the system is telling our black brothers and sisters in the United States of America. The system is saying, you are not wanted here. The system is saying we can do anything to you, to your black women, to your black men, to your young people, and you can do nothing about it. How long are we going to sit here and wait for our black men and women to be gunned down, to be killed, without any action that is taken? In 2012, when Trayvon Martin was killed by George Zimmerman, there is something peculiar that was different from the other cases. When this young man was killed, when he was coming from a convenience store and the neighborhood watch representative said he looked suspicious and he chased him down and he killed him, there was a black man in the White House, Barack Obama. And as I watched the events following the press releases that followed the killing of Trayvon Martin, I watched in disgust as I saw Barack Obama just chewing his words, just speaking with so much fear, as if to say that even if I'm in the White House, even if you have a black man in the White House, there is nothing that I can do about this, because the system is already set up in a way that is going to take centuries, if not decades, to correct. In black neighborhoods, you have national statistics indicating that 1 in every 4 black men will go to prison in their lifetime. The statistics also say that more than 2 million black children are growing up without their fathers because their fathers are incarcerated. The mass incarceration in the American system is a message from the system. The system is saying, we have you where we want you. The system is saying, we can do anything we want to you and you can do nothing about it. Why are the black people facing this kind of savage-like treatment? You see, In ancient times, when slavery was outlawed and people started saying, it's illegal, it is inhumane, they wanted to find a way of breaking the spirit of the black people, the black man in particular. They wanted a way of breaking the image, destroying the image of the black man in front of his children, in the eyes of his children, in the eyes of his woman, his wife, and in the eyes of his family. So what did they do? They made sure that the black men are either unemployed or unemployable. They made sure that in black neighborhoods, there are liquor stores in every corner. They made sure that in every black neighborhood, there are guns on sale. They made sure that in every black neighborhood, illegal drugs somehow found their way into the system. And they made sure, of course, that they never get employed. So here you have a man who is unemployed, who has access to alcohol, who has access to guns, and who has access to illegal drugs. Of course, what are you going to do? And you cannot get employed because of the color of your skin. I want you people to pay attention. Every black man and woman that is under the sound of this, of my voice right now, whether you are in the USA or the United Kingdom or in Europe, you are not wanted. And this is my appeal to you. We are not going to stand by here and begin counting people. We are tired of counting our dead that are abroad, that were taken overseas under slavery. It is time for you to prepare yourself mentally and psychologically to return home to the African continent where you are the majority. Thank God we are already rolling out a program to grant citizenship to brothers and sisters from all over the world that want to relocate to the African continent. I spoke to, one of the representatives of, this kind of program. I can't say much about it right now, but thankfully, I got a very, very good signal from her. She's currently out of the country, but when she returns, she's going to take it very seriously. So, again, I say to you people, continental Africans and the African diaspora, this is the plight that we face as black people all over the world. It doesn't matter if you're in Africa or you're abroad, even in South Africa, even in the Congo, any part of Africa and any part of the world where a black person is subjected to injustice, that does not count. It only counts if the person that is facing injustice comes from the other side of the track. But how long are we going to bury our young men? How long are parents and mothers going to bury their sons? It is an era for a father or a mother to bury their young ones, their children. It is supposed to be the other way around. But we are looking at an American injustice system. And the black folks are out on the street protesting and demanding justice from a system that is unjust, that is set out to get you wherever you are. So I say to you, dear black people all over the world, listen and listen. In Africa, you are the majority. Wherever else you are considered an ethnic minority. In some cases, we are considered, 3/5 of a human being. In some cases, we are monkeys. In some cases, we are survivors of slavery. In some cases, we are descendants of slaves. All kinds of names. Our true identity is back here on the motherland. It is time for us to get together, join our hands with the continental Africans and the African diaspora. Let us rebuild this great African empire. We cannot do it without you. You cannot do it without us. We need each other. We need to stop pointing fingers and stop counting our black men and women being gunned down by white people, and these people are not even facing any kind of penalty. Why? Because the system says black lives do not matter. If you kill a black man, no problem. There is nothing that is going to be done to you. So I don't know what you think about a few of the statistics that I've put out in this video, but be sure to leave me your comments. Let me know what you think. It is high time we started having the conversation of our brothers and sisters being openly and warmly welcomed back to the African continent, where you are loved, where you are treasured, where you are the majority. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.